Okay, this is a quick tutorial on how to create a search within Craigslist so that automated emails are sent consistently anytime new listings pop up. So when you log into Craigslist, obviously, depending on where you're logging in from, you're going to want to select the area that you're most interested in. And generally speaking, over here on the side, you can figure that out. You can also go to the main Craigslist site, and it usually will give you something like this if you're logging in from out of the area. Simply click US. Then for our purposes, you're going to want to come down to California, and you can hit Los Angeles. Once you're in Los Angeles, then we would start narrowing down our search. So for example, if we were looking for lease by owner properties, we would come into apartments and housing. Now, when you first log into Craigslist, the default is the list view. So what you'll see is stuff like that. And that's okay, but for our purposes, we prefer to do the gallery view. And the reason we like to do the gallery view is because when we are looking at listings, oftentimes we can see a listing that'll give us a better sense of whether or not we've seen it before. What oftentimes will happen as well is that once we've clicked on a link and we've been there before, it'll turn to purple instead of being blue. For example, if we clicked on this listing, took a look at it, saw whatever we needed to see, when we go back, it's now in purple. So that's one way we'd know, but a lot of times there's duplicates, and when if we saw another picture that looked just like this, we know very quickly that we don't need to waste our time trying to figure out information about this. However, in order to save a search, you simply first denote the searching criteria that you'd be looking for. So for example, we might want to look in Long Beach. So you would come up here and you would say, okay, we don't want all of Los Angeles, we want the Long Beach area. So now that narrows it to the Long Beach area. Right now we've got it searched by newest as opposed to cheapest to expensive or expensive to cheapest. Then we'd come over here and we'd say we want a maximum. We could put our specific criteria. So for example, we might want to say a minimum of $1,000 and a maximum of maybe we'd go for $1,000. So now maybe we even go 5,000 in this case. Whatever the case is, you'd pick what criteria you're looking for. Then you would pick the number of minimum bedrooms. We'd want maybe at least 2 bedrooms. It's narrowed our search even more. Now there's 966 results. If we obviously want at least 1 bath, so that it's now down to 917 results. We can even say that we want a minimum of, let's just say, 600 square feet. That gives us a little bit more information. We can even come down here and we can say what type of housing we want. So if we wanted to just select, for example, houses, townhouses, and condos, we could do that. We can also say that we only want properties that have some sort of parking attached. So either a carport, attached garage, detached garage, and that would be it. So now we've obviously reduced our search criteria. We can come down here and go search. Actually, we can go search. And it's still saying it's 917 properties that fall into that criteria, which is quite a bit. So anyway, what we could also do is we could say, hey, we want it only in Long Beach. Now it's reduced it to 82. So we're looking at properties from 1,000 to 5,000, at least 2 bedrooms, at least 1 bath, at least 600 square feet. They need to be a condo, house, or townhouse. They need to have some sort of parking, right? We can even, if we wanted to, um, select more. But anyway, that gives us an idea. And if you can see, we can just kind of go down and scroll and take a look at what's available. I talked about duplicates before. If you look here, we've got this listing is the same as this listing, which is the same as this listing. So obviously when we're scrolling through, sometimes we won't know that because there's a different title. This says Live the Luxurious Lifestyle. Then this says West Ocean Towers, and this one says Highly Updated, Plenty of Amenities. Totally different title. If we were in list view, we wouldn't be able to see that. But anyway, when it's all said and done, we've logged on to our account, and all we need to do is do Save Search. Once we save the search, it says that there's 97 hits, and we will start receiving emails for that listing, or for those listings rather. Don't know if we'll get anything yet, but we can take a quick look. And let's see if we got anything yet. No, we haven't gotten it yet, but it'll be coming into our email shortly. So anyway, that gives you a sense on how to do a search in Craigslist. I hope that helps.